elves are so short that when it rains, they're the last to know.
Okay, so this is a weird one, but I had a dream that 6 Feet from the Edge, or whatever it's called, by Creed, and 1,000 Miles by Vanessa Carlton could be like sang over the same chords. I don't know what the proper chords are for those songs, and I don't really like either of them enough to look it up, but if I could fall into the sky, do you think time would pass me by? Oh, and okay, and the Creed one. Hold me now, I'm 6 feet from the edge, and I'm thinking every 6 feet is so far down. It's probably a little bit wrong with the chords, pretty much same chords. You gotta give subscribers what they crave. Vanessa Carlton and Creed, the two hottest artists possible nowadays. Sometimes I always feel like I'm constantly relearning old lessons. For this morning roundup, I'm going to point out which of the rolls of filament contained colorant and which ones did not, but all of them contained recycled material. This spool contains colorant. This spool does not contain colorant. As you can see, it snapped. This spool contains colorant. This spool, which snapped, does not contain colorant. This spool contains colorant, and so does this spool. Really nice that this D20 is finally getting done. It has been a nightmare. Let's get these guys printing, then it's coffee time. Look, we may even do a thrift store run. We're going crazy around here. Well, we got everything working and doing its thing. Today we are giving away the Dachshund. The first link in the description should be the Etsy page. Just message me if you want a Doxy. This is kind of like one of my favorite ones, honestly. In fact, I actually sold one of these. I'm gonna make another one. Somebody saw this on YouTube in the previous video and just wanted one, so they paid me. So I haven't even listed this guy yet. We're going to, but he's already selling. People love their little wiener dogs, man. I mean, look at that, that's amazing. But yeah, we're gonna get some friggin' coffee. We're gonna rehab some more printers because stuff is just messing up too much. And we are actually getting a decent amount of orders, like I said. And man, we didn't get to them yesterday, but I kind of want to get to the LED lights. It doesn't even take that long to put them up. So let's get that coffee. It's a real nice one out today. Very, very nice. Hometown help. It's called service. Who writes this ad copy? Is that not just like the lamest thing you've ever heard? Like, I could write. I don't even know very much about insurance at all. I've never had health insurance in my entire life. I think that's other kinds, but yeah. Who writes this stuff? How does that get approved? The body is ready. Can I just get a cold brew with cream?
A cold brew what?
A large cold brew with cream.
Oh yeah. Is milk okay? We are out of cream.
Do you have anything else?
We have milk, like whole milk. We have almond milk and oat milk.
I guess I'll do whole milk.
Okay. Any sugar or flavor in that?
Nope.
Alright, is that all for today?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll have your total up at the window.
Thanks. Been a while since I've shown that part of the process. Delicious. I don't know what prompted me to think about this, but I learned something a few years ago that I feel like telling people, basically. I don't know if you guys ever listened to Aaron Copland. He's one of the greatest composers of the 20th century, and among the many great things, like things that hold up 100% today, that he wrote is Fanfare for the Common Man. It's one of the best like horn ensemble, brass ensemble pieces ever written. I think it's specifically trumpets, but I'm not 100% sure if it's only trumpets. Anyway, I liked it for a long time, but on Wikipedia one day I read that he composed it for this event where World War II soldiers were coming back. And, you know, it's this triumphant but somber kind of a piece of music. If you've never heard it, Fanfare for the Common Man is like one of those pieces that every American at least should listen to. It's like part of your cultural heritage in a way that just cannot be forgotten or ignored. So yeah, I don't know what got me thinking about that, but check it out, and it's even cooler when you know the story. We be thrifting, y'all. So good. Hits me every time. Check this out. You know about the mamas and papas, right? This is like the Aldi brand. Wow. I actually sort of like these. This thing is massive. Wow, that's kind of badass. Wow. That was actually a pretty good one. Glad we made the trip today. Pretty good haul today. All this stuff was $9. I can't quite smell through the plastic, but I bet this is a pretty good scented candle. Another really nice collection of early rock and roll, obviously. First wave rock and roll. A lot of good guys on here. Got this little guy for $1.99. Self-explanatory. I think it's gonna look nice in the bathroom. I showed it in the store, but yes, this whole thing, $2.99. Not bad. I mean, it's not like the most robust thing, but it's pretty awesome. It's almost like a kind of vector art, sort of Western themed kind of thing. I will find a place for this. Arrive. Find a spot. See, it kind of fits right in, and there's a giraffe, so that's nice. Chase your giraffes. Okay, for this one, they put the hanger here so you can hang it up, but it's upside down. So we gotta take this thing out. Maybe this is why it was $3.99. There we go. I feel like this corner of the room needed a little bit of je ne sais quoi. It actually does kind of make the filament area a little more inviting. I like it. All right, I've been chewing on it in my brain. I think we're going to put LED lights around the giant store window, and that will be one strand. It comes with 2 strands. And the other one, we're gonna do something like, we're gonna have it go down here, then go across here, maybe go up to the corner, go down, and it's hard to do this, go around the door. I think it's so hard to, if you never tried to do this, it's actually really hard. Yeah, go around the door like that. These are very long strands, so it might also go up that corner afterwards. There are already lights on that corner, but it'd be like 2 rows of lights, which would be pretty cool looking. It is kind of worth beautifying your environment, your work environment a little bit. It just makes it feel cool what you're doing. It's like a little celebration of the effort you're putting in. These things are so cool. Whew, well, that took a while. It's a little hard to see, but you're gonna see in a minute. Let's turn out the lights so we get the full effect. This was a very meticulous process. As you can see, my fingers are covered in super glue. You super glue along, you know, it's so hard to do this. You super glue every so often on these in order to get it to definitely not fall down. Man, this is why I do it, by the way. Just looks so cool with the lights off. Okay, here's the big reveal. This took me like 45 minutes to do. Yeah. Now you see this top line, that's gonna be extended. We're not gonna do the other half today because that just took so long, but I mean, that's pretty cool, ain't it? Eventually, this entire frickin' room is gonna be LEDs. But yeah, we can change color, whatever we want here. I think we'll keep it Blade Runner colors for now. It's pretty dope right there. Let's get a look from outside. So of course, I probably need to change this to match colors. But yeah, we got the world over here. And the neon, the LED room. It's pretty sick. I should make some kind of sign to hang on here that's lit up. In fact, I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I was wondering what to do with the other LED strip. I think I'm going to make a giant M3 is 3D logo and backlight it with LEDs. See, the outlet is right up here, so we could kind of hang it from there and do the M3 is 3D logo in the window. I'm glad we came out here because it occurs to me that that's like what we gotta do. I'm glad we took a little time to beautify the space. We really are living in the future, baby. So cool. Oh yeah, and when we get the giant mech, it'll be standing right outside here. That would be pretty cool, huh? Chucky approves. Yeah. Well, that's enough special projects. Let's get things going. Stuffed pork chops, stuffed with this cheesy stuff. These are very good. And we're eating the last of the raspberry oranges. These were so good. So we just did another episode of M3 Crypto. This time we listened to a podcast where they unearthed a manuscript written by Ernest Hemingway, who is the original author of Wizard of Oz. Plus, there's a strange twist in the middle of the story. I'm not going to give it away. The link is in the description. It'll be the third link in the description. Follow me on M3 Crypto and you will get to hear what the strange twist is. Getting a bunch done today. We just took pictures of the dachshund. We will play them now. Message me on Etsy if you want to get that pup. Really knocking some stuff out today. This is a beagle, as you can see. I've already done the white undercoat, and I think this might be a big one. We're not giving away this beagle. I am making it a product, but this is for a customer. This is a custom project for them. So what I do with these is I look at the Google results for beagles and I try to find like, what's the most common sort of coloration? In other words, what colors can I make this beagle that most people are going to look at it and be like, yeah, that's what a beagle looks like, or that looks like my beagle. So if you kind of look at what's the most common, that's kind of the best bet. And we're about to do that. So it's looking like the biggest question is whether the white continues up or doesn't. I'm seeing quite a bit of both, as you can see. Man, that's a cute one right there. This is kind of halfway, like it only goes up. That one continues completely. This one basically doesn't. I think we're gonna go with the less white version, and the reason is that's gonna be easier to tape off. If you kind of look at his snout here, like if I had to tape a section that goes all the way through there. I would have to make little thin strips of tape and might be a little harder. Since there's a lot of both, we're just gonna make kind of the white schnout and the rest of it's going to be sort of the brownish color. What a cute boy. So beforehand, one of my favorite aspects of doing this, I get to look at puppies all the time. I've noticed a lot of beagles have black on their back. I mean, almost all beagles have black somewhere. But I think what we're gonna do is a little bit of a black fade on the back of this guy. You know, just a little hint of black coming up the back. Because I feel like we need all three colors on this coat. Blue Sharky. Next up, we've got a big froggy dish. Show me the money. Even Tom Cruise gets a cupcake. Dwarf pipe holder. This is a guitar luthier rest. You may have seen one of these if you go into a guitar shop. You lay it down, the neck goes on here. That allows you to kind of work on things over here. It is not a huge item for me, but I consistently sell them and have for 5 or 6 years. More examples of the second syllable rule. As described in the other episode, autophagy versus autophagy. Homeostasis versus homeostasis. Got a bunch of stuff packaged. We're gonna work on the giant mech for maybe an hour. It's a big project, but you guys should be interested. If any of you want to contribute, we're actually thinking about making this a community project. As in, like, different members of the community are going to build different parts of it, and then I guess they're going to mail them here, and then we'll paint it all and assemble it. And in case you missed it in the last episode, I'm thinking of trying to make a giant mech that we can put outside. It's just like, see people walking by, I'll probably take pictures of it and stuff. Here in Nacogdoches, that's enough to get you in the paper maybe. So it's fun, and once we're done putting it outside, we'll probably have a place for it here in the shop, and it'll just be a really badass mech that's like huge in here. Everybody's got their job. We're making a new thing, and we're making a bunch of old things as well. Closing the curtains is even more fun now. Let's take a look at what they look like from the outside. I turned the lights on in here as well. Yeah, that would look real cool with an M3's 3D logo right in the middle. Also, on the other side, I did a kind of matching-ish pattern. Get the whole color scheme going. Stayed up a little later than normal. Working on that mech and just getting I'm really trying to get new products designed all the time. Coming out with a new product every other day is ambitious. I can do it, but it does take some work. Wiener Dog is a really good one. And like I said, if you want the Wiener Dog, I think it's gonna be the first link in the description, so message me on Etsy. But we do have some pretty cool ones coming down the pike. What am I grateful for? I think I'm grateful for LED lights. You can see a few in the corner there. It's such a silly thing, but they do make the shop just niftier, you know? I just love them. I'm grateful for M3 Crypto. Some of the videos are actually starting to get views. Not a ton of views or anything, but obviously you gotta start somewhere. But like the first one on that channel that I've done recently, I think it's almost 100 views. Now that doesn't sound like much, but I just started this thing. So that's a very encouraging sign. I kind of already said this before, but I'm really grateful that I found a way to take a thing that I sort of have to do anyway and make it more entertaining for me, but just also be able to like make videos out of it that are fun to listen to. Sometimes it's just, you just get those ideas and like, it just changes a whole thing. You know, sometimes you're really only one idea away from something working. Like I've been really, if you go on M3 Crypto, I've been releasing videos on there periodically for years, at least a couple of years, and they don't get views because they're really boring, and because what you're doing when you're back testing is boring. It just is. And like just one day it just hit me. Like, oh, I listen to podcasts and stuff when I'm like doing the back testing. So what if I make these podcasts that are like funny or interesting to listen to, and then it's like we're listening to podcasts together. Yep, that changed everything. Yep, I'm grateful for all that stuff. I always say this, but I am grateful that you guys watch. I know I've said it a million times, but that's actually, I'm here to say what I'm actually feeling, and I'm actually feeling gratitude about that. So, thank you. Now let's get into some of the comments and questions. Dash Render, responding to the last episode, said, "The hoodie shot got me this morning. Perfectly framed by the toilet seat display." Well, I'm glad you enjoyed that. Whitey's Wicked Workshop, friend of the channel, says, "Grateful that you keep uploading vids from the shop." You're welcome. Now here's an idea. I cannot read that username. It's a whole bunch of letters and numbers. Make a gratitude gang sign and put the LEDs on it from behind using 3D printed parts. That would be pretty cool. I could be persuaded to do that. Fun fact, I actually, what he's talking about are backlit signs, and I made a bunch of those for a while. That's one of the experiments I tried with products. And I sold like a couple of them, but the LEDs wouldn't stick very well. Like I had to super glue them and they looked kind of weird. It looked cool once you mounted it, but the fact that it was kind of difficult to put them together and they didn't sell very well. I only made like a dozen of them and they never really took off. But they're awesome looking. I really might. It's actually a pretty good idea. I might make like a gratitude gang logo and put it up on the wall or something. Good old 2B3D says, "That hoodie is absolutely amazing. 8 exclamation marks. Bling bling." Correct. Shane Christensen says, "Fresh oregano? My oregano is always fresh from the dispensary." You bad man. Well, let's end on a high note. Pun intended. As always, tell me what you're grateful for. Tell me what projects you're working on. What cool ideas are you manifesting in plastic? Where are you right now? Do you know where your children are right now? We are the Gratitude Gang, and we like knowing what other people are grateful for, and we like being grateful ourselves. Have a happy 2025, y'all. It's gonna be lit AF. And I do mean that, no cap. Catch you on the next episode. Peace out.